Mason, what was your first introduction to Miles when you got here? What was that moment where you that first like, oh, that's Miles Garrett.
I'd probably just say, from one of the first practices in training camp, because I was here all OTAs and stuff, but that was my first time really seeing him. It was training camp and then just seeing, kind of the way he practiced. It was kind of, you almost have to take him out of practice to even practice. So that's just the type of player he is.
About how he has changed. What do you guys have to do to get that a little bit?
Same stuff we've been doing for all the backs. Reset line of scrimmage, have tight edges. Work together as a defense, and then obviously he's a good player. You might have some plays here and there, but got to limit him. Bigger back, tackle him with urgency.
Jim yesterday was mentioning like he thinks the stats don't tell the whole story with him and how good of a season he's having, and you see it more and more. Like, did you guys see that as you were prepping for this week?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the Raiders are another team that's trying to get things going too, just like us. So I feel like they have some stuff they need to work on, but yeah, there's flashes all around.
Mason, I know you guys as a working class kind of take pride in what each other do. When you see Carson having the season he's having, how fun is that to watch?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Just coming in together. It's kind of like I always say this, but it's kind of like when we come into college from high school. Kind of that's our little class. We all. I live right next to Carson, so we're always talking, hanging out. So just kind of see him. Good to see him. Keep getting better and better, and hopefully he gets that. I mean, I don't think there's anyone else in the race right now for the Rookie of the Year. So, I mean, I'd say it's him.
Kevin Bush was talking just about how your techniques have been able to open up things for the offensive line, for Miles on the edge. Do you feel like at this point maybe you're able to open up some of your game, you're getting better at some of those techniques and maybe getting into your bag a little bit more?
Yeah, I feel like that. Like I say, come up here every week and say, I just want to progress every week. So, whatever that looks like. But I feel like we all, help each other. We're all complementary to each other. We all do things well that, everyone's different. Malik does something different than I do. Mike, Miles, Zay, Alex. We're all different players, but when we find a way to work together, we all complement each other.
I know we were asking you some about this last week, but I mean, you've gotten so much pressure on these quarterbacks, and I know it seemed like you had a huge role in that, Miles, that third sack where you kind of kept him there in the pocket for him. But how bad do you want that first solo sack this season?
I mean, yeah, you're always, chasing. You don't want to be like chasing after the sack, but it's always cool to have the stats to go with it. How you're playing, but I'm just worried about getting the quarterback, whether that means getting the sack or not. I just want to be a factor, and if it leads to a pick and I don't get the sack, if he throws the ball last second, all right, cool. I just want to have some good tape that helps our team.